Party people, what's going on? It's Samash Marsh. I'm the founder of BlueDeathValley.com. I want to welcome you guys back to a special edition of Inside the Valley, the podcast that devotes to relentless coverage of A&T football. Of course, I got my two co-hosts here to help me out. First up, a former A&T wide receiver, a Greensboro native, and the current athletic director at T.W. Andrews High School in High Point, North Carolina, my man Dougie Fresh Brown. What's up, Dougie?
Hey, what's up, guys? Thank you, Pride. How we doing?
Good deal. You guys hear me okay out there? Everything good?
Yeah, I can.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Everything's good.
Yeah. Good deal. All right. And of course, the man in the middle.
Yep.
All speak stacks is not talking riddle. He is a long-time A&T insider, a beat writer on BlueDeathValley.com for over 2 decades. He is the current president of the Greensboro chapter of the AAF, and he's also my right-hand man. It's Craig Turner. CT, what's up?
CT,
What's up, guys?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, there's a Aggie pride. There's seems to be a little lag in the system, but it'll work out in due course.
Okay, good deal. All right, so guys, let's catch everybody up to speed. We had another close defeat last week up in Maine. That was, I guess, maybe one of the furthest games we've traveled since we've been in the CAA. Went all the way up. I think it was 9 hours. I looked up on Google and got up there. And as been the issue with so much this season, we got off to a slow start. And you look up, and we already giving up explosive plays in the first quarter. I think they hit a home run on us in a running game. We were down 7-0 before you could even get settled in your seat. Then we had some more issues on special teams, and just did not come out sharp. And we got behind the 8 ball. To our credit, Dougie, we didn't give up. And after halftime, we made some adjustments. And we fought back in there. And we actually had a chance to tie or go for a 2-point conversion for the game-winning score if we converted with, I think, on a 20-some yard line on the last play of the game. But we did not. That pass sailed out the end zone, incomplete, and we end up losing to Maine 37-30. Doug, real quick, what were your general thoughts and takeaways from that game?
Well, of course, I'm extremely proud of the way the guys hung in there and fought to the end. I mean, That's becoming a common thing with this team. We've had some games come down to the very end. At least 3 games. So. That's a good sign, right? Those guys are battling. They're taking on Coach Gibbs' personality and his mentality, and that's something that he demands out of his players. No matter whose name's on the back of the jersey, right? He expects those guys to fight to the end, and that's what you want to see out of your guys, right? Those guys made some plays, right? We started to see some plays in the kicking game go our way, so that's exciting as well. But proud of those guys, excited about the way they fought. Extremely proud and happy for Kevin White Jr. I've been pounding the table about not only his athletic ability, but about his arm talent. And he put that on display from the beginning to the end of the game. So happy to see him kind of still continue to get in the groove and demonstrate some of his abilities. But as a team, I know that there's no more victories, but to come out of that game and to fight the way you did and give yourself a chance at the end, that's all you can ask for is a chance. Guys, and those guys put themselves in position along with the coaching staff to get themselves a chance to, like you said, tie the ball game up with a chance to win it. Like Coach Gibbs said, he was going for the win. So that's a good thing, man. So we got, again, it's all part of the process. Keep building, keep fighting. You learn a little bit more about this team each week. You're not even halfway through the season yet. So there's still a lot of ball to be played. So I think the sense around all the Aggies was, they were proud of the way the guys fought. So.
Yeah. And so we're 1-4 on the season now. So we played 5 games. We're 1-4, and we're 1-1 in CAA play, Coastal Athletic Association play. Craig, how do we avoid these slow starts over and over again? What can we do to get started faster?
Focus. It's just that simple. We got to focus. It seems like we sleepwalk through the first quarter. We start to wake up in the second quarter. Third and fourth quarter, we play football. So basically it's about focus. Guys didn't go into the game focused at the beginning of the game. It was just like they seemed like they were playing at 8:30 in the morning instead of 3:30 in the afternoon, and then we just dug a hole that was just too big to climb out of. I mean, we figured them out. Offensively. We made halftime adjustments. We were just in too big of a hole and ran out of time because we pretty much dominated that fourth quarter.
Yep, it was
from about 5 minutes to go in the third from the end of the third quarter through the fourth quarter, we dominated them. I'm kind of like Coach Gibbs. I agree with him. We're not that far away. We just got to put together 60 minutes of football. That's really what it comes down to.
Gotcha. And we're going to talk about the game last Saturday. We're going to do a preview of the upcoming game this week against William & Mary, which has a lot of storylines we want to touch on. And, of course, next week we're going to be really getting into preparing for GHOE. But we got Tyler Ball coming on later on tonight, and he's going to give us a sneak peek, an early look at all the social events that you need to already start making plans to attend next week. So we don't want to wait till next Wednesday. We're going to do it tonight, give you a head start. But let's jump in here really quick, and let's go, talk about the 37-30 loss to Maine. But let's take a look at the press conference this past week from Coach Gibbs, because honestly, he is almost the king of sound bites now, right? Every press conference, he comes out and there's some viral moments, intended or not, that seem to come from his press conference. And I think at this point, because he goes to the press conference, he's reading his opening statements off a tablet. So I think at this point he's strategic. Like, it might seem off the cuff to me or you, but I think he's I say it on the board, he might be, instead of just crazy, he might be crazy like a fox. I think he has a master plan, and he's trying to communicate his message to a certain audience. Now, is that the players? Is that his fellow coaches? Is that us, the fans? I don't know, but he's definitely trying to get a message across. Let's watch a little bit of this press conference from this past Monday.
Another game where we were close and had a chance to win, but we came up short. Proud of the guys and the way they continue to fight, but I'm tired of coming up close on the counts and horseshoes and hand grenades.
All right. So first, is that clear for everybody? Can everybody see that? I'm not sure if my reception is good. Mm-hmm. Is that pretty good for everybody? Y'all see it? Good. Yep. Thumbs up. Okay, good. All right. Yep. So that's his, he always has a couple one-liners. That's his one-liners. That's close is only good and horseshoes and hand grenades. And you can tell, man, he's frustrated. Like, he wants to be winning right now. He did not think he was going to be 1-4 at this stage of the season. Now, I will say, to be honest, we've been trailing by double digits in almost, I guess, in every game we played so far. In the fourth quarter or third, at least second half, I know in every game from Tennessee State to even Hampton, we were down double digits. It took a miracle against Hampton to go into overtime for that win. And, like I said, we fought gallantly against Maine to come back from double digits. But still, we have some issues that are pretty big. And I don't know, he says it's a culture issue. Some people might say it's a talent issue. But, we got to figure some things out.
Not in football. So we have to find a way to win games like that. It was a tale of two halves. I think, the first half we gave up 30 points, couldn't stop a nosebleed. Then we came out in the second half and only gave up 7, and gave ourselves a chance to win the football game late in the game with a couple big defensive stops. But, explosive plays continue to haunt us. The inability to run the football, still a major concern. And we didn't win the kicking game. Even though we returned a punt for a touchdown, which was.
Real quick, Dougie, do we have an issue with our special teams? Because it's been, I don't know if it's every game this year, but there's been some major snafu with special teams. Is that something we need to
No, I'm still riding high off of Andrew Brown's game against Hampton, so I can't say we have an issue. But I mean,
right.
Just like every other side of the ball, I mean, we're work in progress. We still have some things we can get better at.
Right. And let me be, balanced. We did have the long punt return to get us back within one score at the end of the game by what's his name? Kennedy. He had that long punt return. So we gave up a long punt return. Well, actually, it was a kickoff return. We had a punt block. That was major. But we did get a little bit of that back with our own special teams heroics on the punt return. So it's still inconsistent, but I don't know. I think we got to have a closed door meeting with one of the coaches to figure out how can we get this straight.
Great job by EK in the punt return unit, but we still gave up an 80-yard kickoff return that
that's my point.
Led to points and had a punt block. And statistics show that if you get a punt block, you're going to lose 90% of the time.
Did not know that.
But our coaches and players they're working hard to get this program where it should be. And we're not going to stop until we accomplish the mission. But coming from the bottom is hard. I knew when I took this job that it was going to be a tremendous challenge, but I really didn't understand, how bad it was.
Now, I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke. The parents like supposed to be laughing at. So, Craig, when he says I didn't know how bad it was, is that an indictment on the previous staff? Is that an indictment on the administration, on what resources he had? But what is he saying by I was not expecting it to be this tough?
Well, I think he's alluding to the fact that the mentality of the team. The last 2 years were horrific, and if you don't believe that that doesn't play into the psyche of a football player or individual football player or entire team, you're sadly mistaken. It does. Winning breeds success. It brings a totally different mindset, and losing does exactly the same thing. You get it into the back of your mind. Oh no, here we go again. As soon as something goes wrong, and once you get into that, it's all downhill after that. So, I understand exactly what he's saying. That he did not anticipate that guys would be still caught up thinking about the past, and rather instead of concentrating on starting over again and getting a new lease on life. You still have people, and I think he alluded to this later on the press conference. You still have people who don't get it yet.
Yeah, he says that. Yeah. I mean, I played it. I think it's coming up.
But to me, the Maine game kind of confirmed something for me. I think number one, it confirmed that how powerful belief truly is.
That's what he's saying, Craig.
When our guys started believing that we could win the game, we made the plays that were crucial to get us back in the game, and they played with a lot of effort and intensity. But I also realized that non-belief is a force to be reckoned with. I don't believe personally that we've went into any game really believing that we were going to win.
All right, hold on. Now stop the presses here. Dougie, you're an administrator now. You've been a coach, and you've definitely been a player in the locker room. When your coach says that publicly, that he doesn't, he's saying that as a team, you guys did not believe y'all could win, and you're in game 5 of the season. how do you receive that as a player?
Well, for one, Coach Gibbs isn't saying anything he hadn't already said to his team, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I know some of it's shocking to hear to the public,
Right.
but I take it just as he said it, right? Like, and I think he means not belief that they have a chance to win, but believe that we're gonna win. Like, you're good. Some of those teams that Coach Gibbs coached, with some of those team talent we've had in the past, they believed they were going to win every game, right? And they went out there and won some games that other people didn't believe they could win.
Right.
So I think he's speaking to the fact that, the mentality, like Craig said, that, hey, we're going to win the game, right? Like that level of belief, and not just, believing you have a chance or rallying behind the coach and trying to, ride his coattails and ride his energy, right? I know there's some guys that on that team that know what winning feels like and believe that they'll get to the point where they can, kind of help us get over the hump and win some more ball games. But when you haven't done it, right, some younger guys on the team and some guys that hadn't done it here in Aggieland, you do kind of get under this blanket of funk, of this umbrella, right, where it's tough to get out of until there's a change, right? And I've been there, man. I've been on some 3-8 teams where, you had the talent, but you just could not get over the winning hump. So that's part of it, man.
But Doug, let me ask you this: where the leaders at though? So who in the locker room as a player? I know we got a lot of freshmen and sophomore, in the depth chart, but we still have some juniors and seniors, guys who've been here. Aaron Halls, Joshua Isaiah.
Yeah, man.
No, Aaron Halls. Good Lord.
Aaron Harris. Man, we still got good leaders, man. Just because you're not winning football games doesn't mean you don't have some good leaders, some good leadership in the locker room, right? Like,
no, I'm saying, how does that happen when, like, I'm saying Aaron Harris is a strong leader, not blaming him. I'm saying, how does that happen to where that doubt just permeates throughout the locker room to that extent? Because isn't like Coach Gibbs got here 2 months ago. Like, he was here since January. Right.
Yeah, but we just started playing games in August, right? And losing football games will do that to you, not just this year, but previous years, like you guys talked about. It's tough to kind of get that monkey off, and we started to kind of shake it off against Hampton. But those guys, they'll get back into what it feels like to win. And like I said, some of those guys haven't felt that yet here at A&T on a consistent basis, right? But when you talk about how does the leadership get to that point, or how does the field get to that point? We talked about, in the previous regime, it was the players. It was expected of the players to kind of lead, and set the mentality of the team.
Good point.
Now there's a new mentality here.
Good point. That's
by the coaching staff, right?
Right.
So when he's saying not everybody gets it, not everybody can rise to that level of expectation and play to those demands. So,
okay. Hey, Dougie, that's a great point. That's a great point, because now that I'm thinking, we did have more of a laissez-faire attitude with our last regime. They were like, the players need to step up and create the culture. Whereas Coach Gibbs ain't waiting for the players. He's like, look, this is the culture, and y'all gonna adhere to it right now. You're not gonna, that's pretty much what he's saying.
One thing though, they're both kind of saying the same thing. If you pay attention, they had the same comments about the team's mentality and things we needed to do right to be successful, and those things align, right, regardless of the way they went about doing it or their process for doing it. But I just think that's ironic, right? So, but also we said last year, those guys know what they need and what they want, and the kind of guys they want to get in the building and the kind of program they want to build. So this is somewhat a part of that process as well. So,
let me run this a little bit more and see what he says here.
I think some of the games we were able to hang around, and then we started believing. But I don't believe that we've gone into any game knowing that we can win. Winning is hard. It's hard to do. But that's what true competitors love about it. The work that's required to win is what drives successful people, successful companies, successful programs. Personally, I hate losing way more than I enjoy winning.
Well, I can agree with that.
After a win, I might enjoy it for a couple hours, and then I kind of move on to the next task at hand. But losses kind of stay with me forever. I don't ever allow a loss to hinder my preparation or affect my preparation. Instead, I kind of use it as motivation so that I don't ever have to feel that disgusting feeling again. But, you know, losing is unacceptable. And to me, it's too many people in our program that have developed a tolerance for losing.
Okay, so is that strictly? I don't want to read into anything or make a conspiracy, but is he strictly just referring to players? He's not saying no one else, right? He's just talking about people, players in the locker room. Those are people who have built a tolerance to losing. Am I right?
I'm surprised you didn't ask him at the press conference.
Well, you know what? I didn't
Those
think
are the
about
guys he's around.
I didn't think about it till now, but yeah.
Huh?
So, but okay. So I took it as he was just saying players, but then I'm thinking maybe he didn't specifically say players. He said too many people in our program. So I don't know. I don't want to start assuming nothing, but that was kind of a curious eyebrow raising phrase of what he said there.
Well,
I have zero tolerance for it.
So
yeah,
I'm assuming he's speaking to the football program because he's in the football program, right?
Okay.
Got too many people that make excuses, blame external circumstances, talk about what we don't have.
Now, is he talking about War Memorial Stadium or is he talking about anti-football? I'm confused real quick, but okay, I digest. I digress. I mean,
what we should have, how things used to be or how they should be. Something I wanted to share was last week in Bible study. Our Pastor Harris, our team chaplain, Pastor Harris, said something that really resonated with me. And he was talking about how most people become too consumed with the enemy. And the enemy could be your opponent or whatever challenge that you're facing in life. But the problem is never the enemy. The problem is the inner me. It's internal. And so our challenge is to get everybody involved in the program to ask themselves.
See what I'm saying? That's more. That's more. It's the second time you said it. More than just the players. That's a call to action to outside of the locker room. I mean, it could be like a coach inside the locker room, but he's talking about more than just the players. That's the whole kit and caboodle here. Okay, I'm telling you, that's my assessment.
Am I doing everything that it takes to win? Am I doing my part? The will to win is not nearly as important as the will to prepare to win.
What do you kind of think is needed to address a problem like that?
Honestly, if I knew that, I would fix it. So that's what I'm searching for. I've talked to the players and I'm trying to figure out where that comes from, because it's not in me. I'm always I have an unwavering belief in myself, in the coaches, in the team. So I can't relate to anybody not believing. I don't know where that comes from, but obviously it came from something and some past trauma, whether that be something in your life or the stuff we've had to deal with around here the past couple of years. But
okay, so Dougie and Craig, okay, you guys disagree with me here. Part of me, when I hear that, I don't like that, because I don't like a sitting coach to refer negatively to his predecessor. And it might not have been intentional, but I think it's too easy to be interpreted like that by saying the past trauma, what we dealt with before. It feels like you're saying, and let's be honest here. We had some holdovers from that past staff. They're still here. So Coach Mattis and Coach Poole were with the past staff. And so there's a culture issue. How come they weren't able to get it fixed? They were here. So
he said trauma. He said trauma.
Yeah.
He spoke just the trauma. He didn't say culture. He didn't say none of that. He said the trauma, which we all can agree there was some trauma from the last couple of years for all of us, not just the guys in that program. I think that's one of those things. He did not name anybody. He did not say, last couple of years here were this and that. He spoke of, that may be part of it. And he also said it may be from past, like other life experiences. So,
but But yeah, it's just,
if we're gonna clarify, I think he owes you, Coach. We owe Coach Gibbs enough to ask him in the next press conference if we want to ask clarifying questions on what he meant in his press conference. I think he's done a good job of giving nuggets, like you said last week. You know, he mentioned, you know, there were some haters on the team, so he's speaking to the culture of the young men on the team right now, not their character, but the culture, right? Because I think we have kids with good character, but again, sometimes when you know there's ups and downs in the season and injuries and shifts in playing time, like they're still young men and they're still kids, and he's trying to show them and tell them what it takes to be great, right? Some guys get it, some guys pick it up, and it's a learning process.
Yeah, you're right.
Go ahead, Craig.
You're right, Doug. You have to understand what adversity will do with people as individuals. You basically have one of three things that happen when you hit adversity.
Mm-hmm.
One, you shrink. Number one, if you shrink away from the challenge. You just throw up your hands, just walk away, and just say, "Screw this! I'm not going to deal with this anymore."
Right.
Number two, you become apathetic. Well, it's going to happen anyway, so there's not a whole lot I can change about it. So I'm just going to keep on doing what I've been doing in the past, and whatever happens, so be it. Number three, you step up and say, "Listen, I'm tired of this. I'm going to do whatever I need to do in order to change my destiny, because I'm not built for this. I'm not built to be a loser. I'm not built to be, to let people run over me. And I'm going to step up my game." That's really what it comes down to. And what he is saying, and the way I interpret it, is that he's got some guys who are apathetic. He's got some guys who, just don't get it and they've given up. And then he's got some guys who understand what the challenge is and they ready to move on. But what he's trying to do now, in my estimation, is try to get those people who are in that middle to come over to that first that expects to win, who go out and put it out there on the line each and every week. And I think that's where the vast majority of that roster is right now.
Okay, so Doug, and like I say, this, I'm not trying to be facetious here, but if you come in late December or January and you decide on this player is gonna, he's gonna remain on the roster, we're gonna bring in this guy from the transfer portal, we're gonna keep this coach, we're gonna hire this coach, whatever. If you have been working on this since January, why are you surprised? Why are you so shocked about the product here in October? I'm just concerned that it just seems like he's got blindsided by what this way he has inherited. And I thought, to me, I would have thought that he would have accessed the issues sooner and going ahead and make those corrections, quick, fast, and hurry. Now, honestly, he got this, bombarded with the worst quarterback situation I've ever seen in my life. When you lose that many leaders at the quarterback position, right? So that kind of stymies some things. That can affect the play on the field. But he's talking about culture. He's talking about guys not even believing they can play and win in this league. And then he made some comments too about guys looking like they're scared, and he's on the sideline and he's saying this guy ain't ready to play. Like how you allow that to happen and they still make the travel trip team to Maine? Why? That's what scares me. And so I guess, how deep are we into this rebuilding process? Are we close to getting a handle on this, or are we at the bottom level and we still trying to figure things out? Either you guys can jump in.
We're 9 months in. Great, 9 months in. That's not a lot of time, man. It's not a full count. It's not even time to flip a roster. We just said that last week. But I don't think anybody will argue the fact that there's been growth, right? And he talked about that. what he was able to do in the spring, with limited time or, limited bodies, right? Like we sustained injuries in the spring. So, it was a growing process through camp. Like that's really the first time he's had most of the team together, right? The guys that were expected to play. So we're just a few games in. It's really, not a lot of time, not a lot of time. You've only had a handful of practices and even less, time to play games. So,
yeah. And the only reason I say that, Craig, is that when a coach, and this is kind of, I would think this would be considered unorthodox for a coach every week to be addressing internal issues in a public format. So I'm saying, is he doing that out of just, he's just at his wit's end on what he's got to deal with, or just part of the master plan, and it could be, like I say, he could be crazy like a fox, and he could be trying to do this for a purpose. But some people can look at this like, wow, we're coming unglued here. Is that fair to even say that? That just based on
I think it's over. I think you oversimplified it.
Okay.
It's listen, when you start talking about, well, he should have taken care of this 9 months ago when he first came on the job, or during the off season. It's almost like, if you've ever been in a position where you hire people, you can go out and get somebody who interviews good, looks good, says all the right things, has the resume, and you expect them to come in and hit the ground running. And then when you actually get that person into your work environment, they start to have troubles from the outset, adjusting. They have a trouble dealing with the expectations, because the expectations are greater than what they had anticipated, and they may have been in over their heads. And you don't know that until they actually, they either improve or they keep falling further and further behind. Right. And so then, as the boss, or in this case as a head coach, you've got to make a determination at some point in time. Do I keep letting this person float by and hope that it gets better? Or do I confront them about their performance and let them know exactly what you're not getting the job done, and it's what your expectations are, and they'll either try to find out from them what is the problem. If they can't tell you, then you have to make a decision as the boss, as the head coach, that this person is not going to be. I can't rely on them, so I'm going to have to do something else. I don't think it's strange. I've seen other coaches. Other coaches do it. I remember when Saban called out his Alabama squad during the national championship year, because they played poorly in one game and then dropped another game they should have won. Yeah. And he went 8 on them in public. Yeah. But I didn't, and he called. He didn't call them out by name, but he called out the team for their lack of effort. Right. Their lack of effort, or poor execution, or not putting in the time or the work that they need to put in. So it's not unusual. What you're seeing here is not unusual. Good coaches and good coaches will do that, and good programs are built when people are held accountable. If you don't help, one thing I saw during the last regime, people were not being held accountable. They weren't. Okay. Whether it was coaches, players, or whatever, people were not being held accountable on a day-out basis. And we saw the results of that. And it's quite obvious that Sean Gibbs is not going to put up with it. Yeah. He's just not. Yeah. So, we'll see what kind of impact it'll have going forward. but I can guarantee you that if it doesn't get any better, and even if it does get better, there's going to probably be some changes once this season is over with.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you right now, one of the guys, yeah. What I can tell you right now, one of the guys who does not have any fear and who's been playing his tail off this year is our transfer defensive end, Tim Alderman. And he every game he's been showing up making splash plays. I think look at his stats in front of me, but I think he is currently he's second on the team. Tim Alderman, he's second on the team in tackles with 24. He's second with 4 tackles for loss with 7.5. He's first on the team with sacks. He has 4.5 sacks. He also has a bunch of quarterback carries and, of course, fumble recovery. So it's like I got some clips too, man. I got to pull up this guy because he's been balling. It ain't all bad, Let me see, where is this video file? Tim. Watch this, Dougie. Tell me if this guy's a player.
Laughlin's grill.
2nd and goal from the 2. Again, it's Laughlin. They go back to him, and again, he is stopped. Well shy of the goal line.
Let's do that again, because
Right in Laughlin's grill.
That's him coming from the far. That'd be like the left defensive end position. This is a goal line play that Maine thing is going to walk all in, and watch how hard he comes off the edge, Dougie, and makes this tackle. It's a hard tackle for a defensive end. And I asked him about that in the press conference. A lot of people assume that he's just a straight run pass rusher, but this guy is he's a weapon in the run defense also.
2nd and goal from the 2. Again, it's Laughlin. They go back to him, and again, he is stopped. Well shy of the goal line. He's down to about the 2 again. So he's back to the right of Peavy.
Watch this sack. Look how hard
Carter claps the hands, fakes the handoff to Sincere, steps up in the pocket, pressure coming, and Peavy will be dropped. Maine quarterback sacked, and the Black Bears are headed in the wrong direction here.
Great job there.
Is that a Jermaine McDaniel cop, Dougie? Would you go that far? Call him the center to 6 type?
Hey, he gets a few more like that, man. He's in the running. Sure.
Yeah. Now watch this effort play. Let me show you.
By Tim Alderman forcing Peavy to step up as he comes around the outside.
So that's him shedding his block, getting underneath.
Gets right back in there
and bam.
For the sack.
Tremblay out for the field goal attempt, down in 16 for the Black.
And watch this. So he is now playing defensive end. This quarterback's going to roll out. And watch how much, the football field is 53.5 yards wide. So watch how much ground he covers on this play.
Black Bears. Peavy's just going to give it to Laughlin. Nick has some room on the near side. Gets around one defender and then is knocked out of bounds shy of midfield. It'll be Maine football at their own 48 with 13 seconds left.
I was about to say great job by Laughlin getting out of bounds, but Tim Alderman laying the boom there on the sideline for the Aggie defense.
That's a defensive
end. Teams with all 3 of their timeouts.
And that's a defensive end making the hustle play.
Good Lord.
To pursue the football.
So that's Tim. Hey, so Craig, we might got some problems. But that's no pun intended. Tim is not one of them, right? Number 1. He's not one of the problems.
Yeah. Let me say this too, while we're talking about the team. This team is vastly improved over what it was last year and the year before that. It's vastly improved. We have. I look at where we are as far as the improvement we've had. Just lining up straight. That's something that we couldn't even do last year. Just getting a big, having guys on the line of scrimmage. I mean, I remember getting 5 straight illegal procedure or illegal formation penalties in a row. If y'all remember that game, and we were 3/4 of the way through the season. So, it's the little things, just the little things I think we've gotten a handle on. Our biggest thing now is just the mindset. We're getting really good. We seem now to have settled in at the quarterback situation. KJ coming off that injury and not being 100% yet. He throws for 230, 232 in the first game against Central. Comes back this week at 279, back-to-back 200 plus yard games. Quarterback is not the issue. We're not running the ball well. We're still not running the ball well consistently. We run it in spots, but we're not being consistent.
Why not? What's the issue with the running game?
Why not?
Yeah, what's the issue?
Well, everybody's playing 8 and 9 people in the box for one thing.
Okay.
that has something to do with it. Everybody we play knows we're going to try to run the football, so everybody's putting 8, 9 guys in the box practically, on every first or second down. We're probably going. We're to be truthful about. We're a better passing team than we are a running team at this point, and we probably going. I think Coach probably alluded to that. We're probably going to do some things differently offensively that we haven't done in the past because we seem to be able to throw the ball, but we're having problems running the ball, which is just the opposite of what traditionally A&T has always been known for. As to why, I think it's just so many new faces in that offensive line. We got a couple of vets in there, but most of these guys are brand new, and they haven't. I can see where the timing isn't quite as good as it has been, but again, a lot of that has to do with the defenses that we're facing against. But I think when we throw the football, we're far more effective. We have a far more effective running game if we throw the ball a little bit more. That's just my opinion.
But Doug, you tell me your opinion about this, but I think the one positive, there's a lot of positives that came out of the game, even though we lost. We showed fight, and we had some plays in all 3 phases that you would be encouraged by. But I think the number one positive that came out of the Maine loss was the solidification, if that's a word. I'm not sure it is, but we solidified the quarterback position. I think right now, moving forward, after week 5 of the 2025 season, we know that we have a franchise quarterback in Kevin White Jr. And I think you can build the program around him and his skill set. Granted, he's still only $180. He's going to have to put on some serious mass of muscle in the off season. And then I'll have this, when we have the exit meeting at the end of the year, I'm like, KJ, we're going to invest in you, but you got to invest in yourself, and you got to gain some damn weight because you can't be running around here 180 pounds. I don't care if somebody else in New Mexico Tech is doing it. We got to get you at the 200-pound mark. And I say that because I'm about to run some clips to show a whole bunch of love. I'm giving the bad first. I say that because he still, with his skill set, is going to be expected to be a weapon in the running game. He has, from my chagrin, he has truly emerged as a pocket passer. Not saying that's all he can do, but he can. If he has to stay in the pocket, he can stay in the pocket at 5'11", he ain't 6 foot, at 5'11" or whatever, he can stand there and get the ball to every level of the field. And he has great timing now. Let me just run the clip. But guys, I feel great. I feel great about Kevin White. Let's run this and we can talk.
32
Welcome
yards
to the party.
1 touchdown.
So you're already an early adopter.
Come on, man. I've been pounding the table about Kevin White since his high school film. We turned on his high school film and he was throwing the ball all over the field.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to show you some good and bad. We're going to talk about the reasons why I believe for each. But let's just talk about early on. And this is where, so first, this is early in the game, and this is just a running play. But you see that he's, like I said last week, he still doesn't have the 5th gear.
Down in
That's
1
okay.
interception. 2nd and 10. White. He's going to run it in.
Now, right there. if this was what was it 2023 when he first came on the scene, if he had that type of alley, he'd be hitting his head on goalposts based on just the freakish speed he had when we saw that Norfolk State game. But that's not quite there, but he still get positive yardage.
He's got 5 and gets slammed at the 31-yard line. Possession here for the Aggies.
Okay.
From the shotgun, White fires.
And this is
right, pass is caught and ducking out of bounds.
Let me go back to that. That's important. So for him to throw on time, let me just go back one more.
Javon Dillard, 2nd and 10. White. He's going to run it himself. He's got 5 and gets slammed at the 31-yard line. Possession here.
Okay, so here's just a quick, one step, and he just got balance, got great footwork, and he's throwing on time to the sticks and get a first down. This actually was not really, a part of his game last year when, limited time he had. He was not just executing a play on time. He was always kind of an all script, make something happen in the open field type of guy.
For the Aggies. From the shotgun, White fires right, pass is caught, and ducking out of bounds is the wide out there, Javon Dillard.
Love number 5.
White looking right, nothing there. Now goes across the middle, pass is caught.
Now watch this.
And that's going to be good for another first down. So
as somebody who understands quarterback play,
good-looking drive.
This really got my
42.
I want y'all to see this.
Impressive from there from White.
So watch this. So he's in the pocket. And once again, you got guys who are 6'4", 6'5", 6'3" in front of you blocking. You got guys 6'2", 6'3", 6'4" in front of you trying to come tackle you. So you got a wall of humanity in front of you, and you're not the biggest guy in the world. And you got to train your brain to overlook all that uncomfortability, and you got to still execute your play and not only just pick the first read and throw the ball like a robot. You might have to hold on, adjust your balance, adjust your footwork, and still make something happen. No more thing about quarterbacks. You don't supposed to just identify problems. You got to solve problems. So the play was not there at the beginning. He stood in that fire and made something happen. Watch this.
In the pocket.
This is pocket presence.
Going through his options. Gets to his
2,
third read. Steps up,
3,
stays on it, delivers a strike.
Like that's high level quarterback play for a guy who's 5'11", 180. If he can do that, I know it's just the Black Bears of Maine. They might not have the best defense in the world, but if he can just do that mechanically, we got a guy who can do anything we need in the playbook.
Great play right there from White.
Let me go a couple more.
180, but the middle pass is complete, and the Aggies will be punting.
Decent protection from that Aggie O-line. Looked like it just sailed over.
This is a bad one.
Yeah, that's a good question. It looked like it was between both his target
guards. That's one of the plays that Coach Gibbs wanted back.
Fans,
but I think this is a big play right here.
White across the middle. Pass is complete. And a tackle broken. Now a race to the goal line. Who's going to win it? It is not going to be the Aggies, as thrust out of bounds there is number 88, Elijah Kennedy.
So, Doug, if you play with a quarterback like this, you might be having how many career yards? And
that was a laser. He threw a laser, man. He had to throwing darts.
Yeah. So I'm saying, man, I think when you it encourages your teammates to know that, hey, I might be on the far hash. I'm not just running a route just as a decoy. This guy can get the ball to me all over the field. Everything's in play now.
Redshirt junior, wide out, 5'11", 180. But a big-time play there for NCA&T.
And a great response there from the Aggies. White, a little bit of traffic in front of him, delivers a great ball to hit Kennedy in stride, and just like that, this Aggie offense. And
once again, Kennedy does not take that and run with it if that ball's slightly behind him or low, or he has to jump up. He might can catch it right there, but it's not going to be any yards after the catch. So
responds, and they're looking to get on the board themselves.
I think it's the touchdown.
White, quick drop, and threaded the needle there. Pass is complete. Ball comes free. Was he down?
That was Dillard. Okay.
Or was it an incomplete
The ruling on the
pass?
field is a forward fumble out of bounds.
Puts it
Second
right
down.
over the hand of Noah Carpenter.
Wow.
Quick.
What a throw, what a catch.
And this is not
Precision passing there.
Run out the pocket.
Trying to shorten that deficit down the middle of the field. A one-handed snare by Dillard, and he's got 6.
What a catch. No bobble, catches it firm with one hand.
Take another look. Look at the confidence in this throw by White, the redshirt sophomore. Dillard
the fingertips.
Up. And just
there we
snares
go.
that one.
And I got more of that, but we can look at that later. But hey, guys, so Craig, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited, confident, content are you with our quarterback position right now?
Oh, 9.
Oh,
I rarely give chance, but yeah, I'm very comfortable with KJ at quarterback. After watching him for 2 games, I don't have any issues. He's getting better. He's getting better and better each week.
Yeah.
You got to remember he missed practically all last year and missed half of his freshman year. The last half of his freshman year and got hurt early last year. So, but we saw even as a freshman just how good he can be and he is becoming. And if he stays healthy, he's gonna be tough. He gonna be a load for anybody to try to stop. He's a dual threat guy. He can run it, he can throw it, and is making good decisions with the football. And that's the biggest thing. One thing I have not seen out of him so far are turnovers, and that's all. That was the killer in those first 2 ball games. Turnovers. Turn the ball over is the worst thing a quarterback can possibly do. Unforced turnovers. And he's making good decisions. And decision making to me is more important than physical talent at quarterback position.
Oh yeah. And so, Doug,
let's not forget the fact that this guy's in a new offense, right?
Yeah,
it's not like he's been running this offense for the last 2 years. This guy just getting into a new offense after coming off those injuries. So to see him find his rhythm and get better every game, Craig, that's a good sign.
Yeah. And Doug, about
I think Greg McGee's doing a good job with him.
Yeah,
he's doing a good job with his quarterbacks.
Kudos to Greg.
He's doing a really good job with his quarterbacks.
All right, but Doug, let me ask you this though. I'm going to be just devil's advocate here, right? So we feel good about, I think, all 3 of us, and I'm not sure what the chat is like, but I think a lot of people after the last 2 weeks, it wasn't just 1 week, it wasn't just one hit wonder. He showed some promise against Central. Even that blowout loss, he had, like Craig said, he had what was then a career high 232 yards passing. And he had touchdown passes last 2 weeks. So we feel good about Kevin's trajectory, right? What do we do about the quarterback room with all these guys who have potential and talent moving forward? Is it not even worth thinking about at this point in the season? Cross that bridge when you get to it, Dougie. But like, how do you manage that? Because you've been a coach. And you've been in, you've seen the other side. How do you manage that now that one guy seems to have emerged as the guy and everybody else is kind of take a step back?
Well, I think if nothing else shows, this season shows you need more than one guy. I mean, you don't just hang your hat on one guy and say, hey, man, this is what we're going to go with from here on out, man. You got to have some backups. That's why you have roster spaces and you have a quarterback room and those guys have already spoke about the chemistry in that room, how supportive those guys are of one another. Coach even said that's the model for the rest of the team. So, it seems as if that room is already being managed and is already, kind of mapped out. So, of course, there'll be some tweaks and some changes as they come. We look a little bit different than we did, this time last year. We ended up getting Hooker back in the fold. This time last year he was in a whole nother institution. So, there's some changes that come about, but for the most part, that's a room that has it together. So, just look for them to continue to get better. and the better they play, the better the better off the room will be.
Okay. So we're about to get Tyler Ball in here in a little bit. He's going to give us the sneak peek at the GHOE events for this 2025 GHOE year celebration. But real quick, before we do that, Craig, let's talk about William & Mary. Because like I said, there's some storylines that are attached to this game. Of course, our former head coach, Vincent Brown, was the longtime defense coordinator assistant under Mike London at William & Mary, and he followed Mike London when they were at Howard and other places. But William & Mary was considered was a home at one point to Vincent Brown. He still has a lot of friends there. Him and Mike London are still close. I'm pretty sure Mike London didn't like the way one of his buddies was unceremoniously treated at the end of last year. How much, Craig, how much intensity, emotions, hurt feelings are going to be involved when we line up against William & Mary next week?
None.
Okay.
None.
Okay.
None.
They don't care. We got.
Yeah, I mean, that I don't think that has any bearing on it.
Okay.
These guys are professionals. They don't get hung up on that sort of thing. We as fans do, but I don't see that presenting any kind of issues or any kind of bulletin board material for William & Mary. Mike London's been there for a little while now, so he's established himself, and he's more concerned. I think he's more concerned about beating A&T this week and trying to stay on the plus side of wins inside the conference than worrying about one of his old assistant coaches. I don't see that being an issue.
Okay,
I think it's both, Craig.
They got to. Yeah. You think
so?
I think it's both. I think we're to the point now that we're gonna get everybody's best shot. Nobody wants to be the school that gives A&T their first CAA win against a non-HBCU. So I think he's aware, that was Coach Brown's former job. I think he's gonna do his best to try to take it to us if he gets a chance. Them being at home, I think he's going to try to appease their fan base. And I got to go back and look at the game. I can't remember if it got chippy at all amongst our guys. We've got Coach AP, who's on the staff, who's a William & Mary.
That's right.
Player from William & Mary. I think that they're a well-coached bunch. They're a good staff. They pay attention to detail, and I don't think it'll be bulletin board material, but I think somewhere in the back of Coach London's mind, he's gonna want to make sure he has a good showing against the Aggies. And I don't know about any personal relationships amongst the coaches. If he's got a relationship with Coach Gibbs or anybody on staff. I do know that he's aware that we recruit Virginia, and that a loss to the Aggies would not bode well in their backyard. So I know he's expecting a football game. I know they're not expecting just to run over us. He knows that we'll provide some fight. So, new territory for us. Hopefully we can go up there and give the same effort we gave late in the second half at Maine. But we got a chance, man. We got a chance. So
now I didn't have a chance to do too much of a scout report, Craig. And a lot of film study on William & Mary, honestly. But I do know one thing about us. We'll make any quarterback we face look like a Walter Payton Award candidate, because like the guy from Maine was supposed to be chopped liver, and that dude was the CAA player of the week, I think, after playing us, and he threw for almost 300 yards. So I don't know what it is, but we just tend to allow opposing quarterbacks to have career games and be very comfortable. Maybe we're not sending enough pressure. I don't know. We saw Tim Alderman; he's doing his job on the edge, but I just don't. So what? Tell me a little bit about William & Mary's offense.
Well, William & Mary's offense is kind of similar to what we what we do. They have a dual threat quarterback and a guy by the name of Trudy, who's really who's a junior, 6 foot, 200, good dual threat guy. Does a lot of his work with his feet, more so than throwing the ball, but he can throw. But he's a guy who, if you lose containment on him, he will hurt you bad. So if I'm playing against A&T and I'm looking at the film, I'm going to try to hit them with a lot of runs, a lot of misdirection, traps.
Wheel
routes.
To
take advantage of. Well, yeah, I'm going to try to take advantage of some young people that they've got on the corners. The biggest thing that we have to do defensively is be focused in coming out of the locker room at the beginning of the game. It seems like it's the beginning of the game that's been our killer. We've been playing fairly good ball. We've been playing good ball in the second half. You know, we give up 30 in the first half. We hold them to 7 in the second half. And, you know, we put up, 21 of our own. Right. So it's got to be, you know, it's a mental thing with us more so than I think a talent thing at this point. We got to shake it off. I don't know how much of a residual effect that had from the week before with Central going out there in that first quarter. Oh, yeah. It made impact on it. I'm sure it did. But as that game went on, they began to figure out, hey, we can play with these guys. They're not as big and bad. They're not big and bad. You know, CA is a good league, but these guys are not. You know, they may be a little bit bigger than a little bit bigger or whatever, but they're not that much better than we are, if better at all. We can play with these people. And then I think if we take that attitude with William and Mary, like Coach said, nobody's given us a chance to stay within 3 touchdowns of these guys.
If anybody on the schedule, I think we underdog.
I don't buy it. I don't buy it. If we come out, it's going. You know, we can, but we're going to have to be mentally focused. So if you're not mentally focused against this team, you talk about splash plays. You know, as good as Central was, these guys could be better. Oh, they could possibly be better.
You know,
if you're not focused.
You know, as much as it, you know, the focus may come into a factor into play. I think just tendencies, you know, on offense at the beginning of the game, you tend to try to establish the run, right? You're kind of playing within yourself. We might not get off as too fast to start, but you're trying to control the ball, control the clock. Whereas on defense, you pretty much line up and you're going to be who you are for the most part. You're pretty vanilla, I guess. You know, I won't say vanilla. That's not the best choice of words. You pretty much are who you are, right? Most teams are going to line up in what they do best, line up in the base. As you kind of get an understanding from what the team's trying to do to you, right? So we've given up some plays early in the game when we were kind of still, you know, throwing some punches, kind of getting a feel for the fight to see what it's going to look like. And then again, once we know what you're doing, we figure you out, we can stop you. You know, we can draw up something to stop you. So, you know, when we're still trying to feel our way out early in the fight, we haven't done as well, you know, early in the game, and some teams have taken advantage of us. But once we got things figured out and got settled, we've proven that we can scheme with the best of them. A lot of times we might, you know, have a moment or two where we're out of position, but a lot of times we're in position and we've drawn up some things that have us in play. So, you know, that's football, right? It's a chess match back and forth. Yeah. And we've got a good set of coaches that can play that game. You know, we got to do a little bit better early on, but that is what it is, man. And just like it's early in the season for the players, it's early for the coaches. Well, they're still getting to know each other, and calling some games and playing off each other as well. So, you know, still we're seeing some progress there.
Okay, so William Mary, and like I say, I think they have a kind of a middle of the pack defense. You know, they got talent. They, you know, it's just CAA team. It's it's the prototypical CAA team. They got big guys, they got guys who can run. But we have, we didn't fare well against them last year. We kind of got blown out, but we played Richmond tough. Richmond's probably a similar team to William & Mary, just program wise. But I guess the game's at 3:30 this Saturday, up in Williamsburg. And I think, Craig, you said they're bringing a bus, right? The AAF is going to bring a bus of fans up there to the game.
Yeah, we'll be up there.
Okay. But so we'll, we might have a chance to talk a little bit more about that matchup later, but we got to bring in a special guest now because he's been waiting for a few minutes. And when you see his face, it's that time of year where that week-long national holiday for A&T fans called GHOE. It's right around the corner when you see this guy pop up. So without further ado, he needs no introduction, but this is Mr. GHOE himself, Tyler Ball. TB, you what's up, man? You're on mute. Unmute yourself.
What's up?
All right. We here. What's going on, guys?
Yeah. Hey, so
Ball, what's up, man? Let me sit up. Let me wake up, man.
So that's not the fantastic.
It's the 4, but we got a special number 4 in Aggie land that I want to just send a shout out and a prayer up to Chris Caldwell, who is searching for a kidney right now. Of course, Chris was a well-known local product here from Dudley High School. He also was a dynamic kick returner and receiver for the 1999 championship team at North Carolina A&T, and we just want to, show our love.
Gotcha. That's very appropriate, man, because I saw that on social media, and I think the at the press conference, I believe Brian Holloway mentioned that Caldwell is looking for, I guess, a donor for a kidney. So I'm gonna get some information and we'll put that on our site and we'll probably put that in the description. I'm not sure what the blood type has to be, all that.
He's actually O positive.
Okay, O positive. Okay, so we'll put that out there, and also we're gonna get the BDF prayer warriors involved because, like, say, I don't know how it works, but I know for a fact that prayer has impact, and so we get everybody, putting out good energy in one direction. Good things tend to happen. So we're gonna definitely pray for CC Chris Caldwell. But so next week is the big event, man. It's GHOE, something that no one on earth is more prepared for than you, Tyler Ball. So for the rest of the night, man, we're gonna just hand the mic over to you because this is what we did last year. We had you on here, but when we had you on, it was already Wednesday. So we had already probably missed, a whole 2 or 3 days worth of events because we started with. So we're not gonna have that problem this time.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get everybody caught up in what's going on. Starting from really kicks off Wednesday. We do have, I'm actually hearing that a certain organization is having a fundraiser on Tuesday night. This just in. Certain foundation is having to get together, and he may have to say a few words about that. But Tuesday night,
we're having
kickoff. But
we're having the AAF fundraiser. Yeah. The AAF the Greensboro chapter of the AAF is having a fundraiser mitzvah over at George K's. Starts at 6 o'clock. We're inviting all Aggies, whether you're a member of the AAF or not, or just a casual A&T fan. You're welcome. Tickets are on sale now. You can get them. You can get them through our website at Aggies Greensboro Aggies AAF on Facebook. We're on TikTok. We're on Instagram, so you can buy your tickets there. or you can hit us up if tickets for that event are $70, and we're gonna have a really nice time. We'll have plenty of food, music, and While Irish Rose. Dr. Spencer is going to be our MC for that night, so it's gonna be a good little soiree for folks to come back and kick back. Nothing formal. Come back with your Aggie. Come in with your Aggie attire. We're not gonna be checking for tuxes and evening gowns and all that sort of thing. There's enough of that later on in the week. This is strictly, a bunch of Aggies getting together and having a good time.
Right.
And raising some money.
Oh yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, of course, that's a big way to start. I was going to capture a lot of Aggies on that early part of the week. That's the trend right now, is for the weeks to start early. And the students get started on Monday evening with the coronation of the king and queen of the university.
Okay.
That's going to be on campus at Harrison Auditorium. So university events officially began on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We're going to start with the radio broadcast from former Miss A&T, Crystal Boyce, and guy we know very well, Rob McNair, who's the director of athletics on campus. They will be kicking off GHOE on 90.1 WNAA. The program will be hosted by Jacqueline Powers, known as the Fly Jock. She's a big time supporter of athletics. She's actually making her way down from the Thurgood Marshall Foundation in DC. She's coming down all the way down to host this event. So, very happy to have those two. Later on that day, you can catch the 2025 Community and Economic Engagement Summit. The theme is Legacy in Motion, Fueling Wealth, Innovation, and Transformational Impact. This is going to take place downtown at Elm and Bain. It's an all-day summit. It is going to feature two well-known alums. The featured performer is Victor Solomon, class of 22. He was on he's been featured on NBC's The Voice.
Oh yeah,
okay. American Idol.
Okay, yeah.
Very, very talented singer.
I remember him. Okay, Victor Solomon. Okay.
Yep. Also, the keynote speaker will be Kwame Moten from the class of 08. He is the co-founder of the brand Spring Break watches. You may have seen, if you've seen me, 90% of the time I will have a Spring Break watch on my wrist. This is literally the first one he sold all the way back in 2015. This is called the Manhattan. It's a wooden watch that he ran a limited run, and it ended up on the shopping website fancy.com. Now Kwame's watches are in 6 major stores, including Belk, Nordstrom Rack, and Macy's.
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's done real well.
And so that's going to be a summit on Wednesday downtown. That's a bunch of A&T alums who are making big things happen in the world. All right, so that's Wednesday.
Okay. Now Thursday, we're going to get a little.
Is there anything going on Wednesday night? Are there any gospel concert? Didn't they move the gospel concert early last year?
Actually, it's back on Sunday.
Back on Sunday.
Thank God. That was why they moved it.
I'm gonna get to that. Okay. We're going to let's see anything going on Wednesday night. Few parties on Wednesday night. There'll be a few parties, but I'm gonna talk about the actual parties towards the end. But
okay.
Let's move on to
real quick. So Doug, you said bowling alley. Is that the one at Spare Times? The big one they have at Spare Times every year?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so I think that's some of the
Tyler got all
that's
that.
So, it's sold out. I mean, that is probably the hardest event to get into outside of the football game itself. That brand that runs that bowling event is First Quarter Productions. They sell those tickets in early September, and they literally sell out in a day. If you find a ticket, good luck, because that place is going to be jam packed, and it always is every year. Does really, really well. It's actually probably one of the few events that brand throws, and it's a sellout every year.
Okay. So Wednesday night, if unless you want to do some parking lot pimping, as they say, you can't. There ain't no tickets available for the actual event, but it's gonna be a lot of folks out there, a lot of Aggies out there at spare time over there off of what's that, Gifford College Road. All right, so what's going on for Thursday?
Thursday we're gonna kick it off at 10 o'clock with the fall convocation. There's the speaker is yet to be announced, but usually it's someone of impact at the university. That will be from 10 to 12. And then you have you will also have the Graduate College Alumni Lunch, which will be on the front lawn of the Edward B. Fort IRC building, which is close to the center of campus, right behind, right in front of Gibbs Hall, which is where the Graduate College is hosted.
Well, I say that's right across from Club Bluford.
It is.
That's what I remember the IRC building for. Okay.
Yep. You'll see it right there. And then the Gibbs Hall's the parking lot for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So also on Thursday, this is when the rolling end of the Aggies come into the Maine hotel, which is the Sheridan. So the alumni information desk will be open.
You can set that up for me. Go ahead.
All right. I mean, I might need to make an appearance, but Thursday night. Still on Thursday afternoon. That desk opens at 10 o'clock in the morning, just in time for check-in. And this is a pro tip. If you're there, probably around between noon and about 3, you might find out when GHOE 2026 is. The 100th GHOE.
Oh, really? Next year is the 100th GHOE.
Next year will be the 100th GHOE.
Monster.
And this is also when the vendors are going to be setting up all the shirts and the pocketbooks and all the leather goods up in the Sheraton. Thursday, right?
That is correct. Now, we'll go. I'm going to mention that in just a second, but I'm just going to let people know that the information desk is going to be open from Thursday through Saturday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. So if you need to know something, you need to know where things are, go to the Sheraton information desk because it will tell you everything you need to know.
Gotcha.
All the official events will there'll be a guide to all the official events there, and it's a good stop to ask people questions when you're when you're looking for something to do or something to eat or wherever. The information desk is great.
And they have great customer service, and they're very attentive. And I've heard great things about the staff. They train the staff very well doing GHOE. I haven't heard a lot of bad feedback from any previous year, so that's a good deal. All right.
Okay, now the next step is vending. Now I'm going to mention all vending in this little block right here.
Okay.
So we did say vending will be at the Sheridan, and the location will not change this year. It will be at the Sheraton on the third floor. There is a preset area where you're gonna just walk up onto the third floor and you're gonna see it as it opens. So it's they've got a very large room. There's gonna be maybe like 75 to 90 vendors that will be in and out during the weekend.
Wow.
So you got 3 days. Friday is gonna be open from 1 p.m. to 1 a.m. And then Saturday Their vending is going to be from 10 a.m. to 1 a.m. and that is a.m. So yes, there will be vending during the football game. So if you trying to get some last minute, go right to the Sheridan. You'll find something. And then Sunday, if you're trying to get something before you leave, it will be open from 8 a.m. to noon at the Sheridan.
Oh man, that's awesome. Hey, first of all, let me pause you. Man, hey Tyler, you're so good at this, man. Like for real, I just gotta give you your flowers mid-show because this is so much information, and like I'm not just doing this for y'all, the audience. I'm literally taking notes on what I'm gonna do this week based on what you're telling me. Like this is awesome. Like if you're a GHOE nerd like I am, this is and funny thing about it too is I always end up calling Tyler, during the week because my wife is like, well, I don't feel like doing nothing this week. I'll be on sit at home, and then lo and behold, on Thursday she's like, so what we gonna do? Where we going? I'm like, hold on a second. You just told me we weren't doing nothing. So I have to call Tyler, and Tyler's like my emergency pickup line. He'll tell me, okay, let's go down Randall Bend and go. He's like, so I gotta tell you, I love you, brother. This is awesome. But keep on. I don't want to mess you up, man.
I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I want to mention another vending event because it is so huge that we gotta include it here.
Okay.
For the last 4 years. There's a guy who is part of the brand HBCU Grad Shirts, also known as Proud Product. He's an alum known as Asad Thorne. We call him Tobias. He runs a very, very nice clothing line that is really for all HBCUs and has throwback gear themed for HBCUs and back to the 90s. And it's got special branding for A&T. This year, he got an LLC for the pop-up shop, which is going to be at the it's going to be downtown at the old Fat Tuesday lot, which is 120 Barnhart Street in downtown Greensboro, which is really, really right on the railroad tracks. Downtown Greensboro.
Right. Okay. So that's going to be. You said that's just going to be like throughout the weekend.
That's actually going to be Friday.
Friday. Okay.
That's going to be one of the events on Friday. They're going to start at 10 a.m. and that's going to run from 10 to about 6 o'clock.
They have some good stuff. I don't know if he did it last year, but last year, whoever the vendors were last year, they had some. Like my wife bought some sequence stuff. I don't know what you call it, but it was a nice, hard to find, custom made Aggie blouse, and she's been wearing it for all her big events. So yeah, you can find some great stuff out there at that Fat Tuesday lot. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yep, that is the pop-up shop. Okay, he actually had one as a preview at the new at Revolution Mill, where he sneak peeked he's had a sneak preview earlier during the Aggie Eagle Classic at Revolution Mill, but he's going to be taking his show downtown, and there are definitely 50 vendors that are going to be there. There will be food. Last year they had liquor sponsors, so you'll go out there and have a good time. There's also that's going to be a free day party right up the street, which will be hosted by DJ Red October and his brother, Very Advance, who's a well-known designer. They will both be sharing the DJ tables for the first time. So that's going to be literally right up the block at Hidden Gate Brewing. And you can walk up there and you'll see the food trucks, you'll see the brewery, step in, have yourself a refreshingly cool beverage of some sort, and enjoy that area.
This is still Friday.
Yes, still Friday.
Wow. And this is daytime Friday.
That's right? Daytime Friday. So that's all the vending.
Okay. And what about War Memorial? Are we still doing the Fan Fest, Fun Fest, whatever we call that?
That is the Fan Fest. Want to make sure that everyone get this out there. I know we had the naming controversy early in the season with another event, but the city of Greensboro has the Fan Fest, and it is on. Now, the Fan Fest goes on all weekend from Friday through Sunday.
Right.
They will have their own stage, city stage. Basically, it's the same stage as city stage, and that will take over the War Memorial lot. They're going to be a few feet down from the lot because that lot is going to be used for for parking. So they will just move a few feet down, and you'll still be able to get some of those spaces in there.
Okay, so real quick. So Ty, last year they had it like in over there by the we call it the
farmers market next
farmers
door.
Market. Yeah.
Still gonna be set up. It's gonna be set up similarly
to the farmers market. Okay.
Yeah.
And I actually bought a hat from there that was pretty cool. So man, I'm telling you guys, don't spend all your money before you get to the vendors, because the vendors is going to blow your mind. Like,
they will.
Yeah.
They will. Matter of fact, the hat that I'm wearing right now is actually from a student vendor. Has got his own. He's got his own LLC, and he got the vendor license to use the interlocking logo. And this is actually a fitted hat, which is something you rarely see as far as colleges go. So to find a fitted hat at this with this special color, this of course has got a pink brim, and I'm wearing it because there's going to be a breast cancer walk on campus tomorrow. So I will be rocking this for my friends and my family that are survivors. So yes, I will put this information to this hat in the comments after I come off the mic.
Okay.
Okay. So Fan Fest, here are your times. Friday, it's going to start from 4 in the afternoon to 9 p.m. Saturday, it's going to go on essentially all day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Sunday, you get your Sunday fun day in, get your church service on. It's going to be from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And usually there will be some, gospel choirs there.
Oh, yeah.
And special artists that will be there along with 90.1 WNAA.
Okay, real quick, and this is for the chat too. I want you to answer this, Doug, because I know DJ has a sweet tooth. What is your favorite food that you, DJ, and Angie get when y'all go to the Fun Fest and all those vendors? What's the favorite thing you like to get?
Man, I don't want to talk about it because it hadn't been there the last couple of years, man. I'm waiting for them Amish donuts to come back, man.
The donuts, okay.
Amish donuts, man. I was hoping Tyler Ball was gonna drop some news on me and let me know they were back, man. But
man, I'm back.
They always double book with the Dixie Classic Fair.
Find out, man, because we've been missing them.
Gotcha. All right, so we got the vendors at War Memorial, and that's also going to be said. There's going to be stuff downtown. That's Friday. And you said the picnics for the different departments.
We're gonna get to. I'm actually gonna get to that in just a second, but I want to get up what's going on Friday morning.
Okay.
We got your. First of all, we want to get your Aggie Fitness. Your Aggie Fitness in the morning on Friday. We're gonna start with the at 6 in the morning at the Sheridan. Karen Roberts will return with her fitness boot camp. Then at 9, we're going to have Latasha Williams and Katina Red. They will return and get you caught up on the latest line dances. There will be a line dance class for 90 minutes at the Sheraton, and they're going to have it at the Blue Ash Room at the Sheraton. So you can search for Aggie Fitness on Eventbrite, and both of those events will come up, so you can register. So the instructors will have an idea of how big the class is going to be. So yeah, get on the Eventbrite and register for those classes.
Gotcha.
And finally, the fitness boot camp for the young alumni. I really wanted to mention this because you guys have seen him. You know the guy. You know him. Randall Ellington.
My man.
He shows up with with that blue paint and the Aggie pride in yellow. You see him. You've seen him in DC. You've seen him at Aggie Eagle. You see him at GHOE, right. And you've even seen him at the Celebration Bowl for those who remember. But yes, Randall Ellington is he's actually a fitness instructor by day in the DC area. He will team up with 2007 alum Patrice Murphy and also former Aggie football player and team captain Curtis Walls, who's class of 08. They will be doing their annual young alumni boot camp, and trust me, they go hard. That's going to be at 10 o'clock at Moore Gym. Okay. And you can also register for that via Eventbrite.
Gotcha. All right.
So that takes care of burn your calories, burn them up, because y'all know for the next 6 or 7 hours, you're gonna be eating on campus.
Yes, sir. Yes,
so, sir. Some of these people, some folks' favorite part. As tradition, every department on campus has their own outdoor cookout. The times vary per the department, but generally, if you get out there by 11 o'clock, and you don't have to come away from the campus until about 4 o'clock, you will be fed. Okay. Your 11 o'clock starts are in the general classroom, building, which is the Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. College of Education is at Proctor Hall. The Dease College of Business at Merrick. So that's the big lawn, right where that's the lawn right in front of the stadium.
Yeah.
The academic quad. Right.
Yeah.
So that's business, that's education, that's mathematics. Then you have on the southeast side of the university by McNair Hall, you have the engineering cookout, which is by far the biggest cookout on the campus. Good luck getting the plate because the wait will be long. But it's great food. That's catered every year, and they bring you several types of cuisine. They've gone from Tex-Mex to barbecue to to a traditional American, and they'll have it all at the same time. So they spare no expense at the engineering luncheon. The Holland Bowl is going to be where the College of Health and Human Sciences will be. Also, College of Science and Technology will be at Barnes. And then if you're on the east side, like I am, which is the Dowdy Building and Webb Hall, the College of Ag Sciences, Ag and Environmental Sciences will have their cookout at the front lawn of the Webb Hall, which is right in front of the right next to the Dowdy Building.
Hey, are y'all off on Friday? Is everybody on and y'all get like half a day? Y'all gotta work?
They gotta work.
You took off. Yeah,
they gotta work.
They gotta work. Right. Somebody keep the lights on. All right. Say no more. Say no more.
That's vacation for me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So you go to where you graduated from, the school you graduated from, and you get your food, and that's going to take you to the afternoon Friday, right?
Yes. Okay. You've got the late in the afternoon, you have the welcome reception for alumni, and it is called the reunion. and that will be at the Sheraton. So you can go there and hang out from 2 to 4, and see your buddies, say hello. There's gonna be some people checking in, but that's the great homecoming reunion.
Yeah.
That's gonna be from 2 to 4 at the Sheraton, and that will prepare you for the evening's activity, which is there's going to be a reception for the chancellor's group. That's for the donors at the certain level.
Right.
They will get together, and that will be before the dinner and the homecoming concert.
Alumni
will feature headliner Eric Benet.
Yeah.
And Shantae Moore.
Shantae's got a man.
Shantae got a man.
I hear you. You know what? Yeah. And I'm assuming tickets for that is already sold out, right?
Yeah, they'll be gone by the weekend.
So, but they're still available right now.
They're still available, yes. You can go to Eventbrite, and those tickets are on Eventbrite right now.
Shoot. Okay, so man, it might be something, and that's Friday, right? Friday night.
That's Friday night, yes.
Okay. Okay. Just thinking about stuff. Okay. So, and you say that it's not completely sold out yet.
No.
Oh
no,
okay.
but it's under 300 tickets. So
good deal. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So Friday night, and then of course everybody goes to the Sheraton, hangs out in the lobbies Friday night. Everybody cruises the Strip, Gate City. Your young people, what they got a
young people will be next door at the step show.
Step show at the Greensboro Coliseum.
Yes.
Man, that's a lot of
who won last year?
Was it the Sigmas? I couldn't remember who's the defending champ, but I believe the Sigmas were last year. They also invite they will invite other schools as well. So but I think A&T Sigmas are the defending champion.
Hold on. T-Roy said that you mentioned the kickball tournament Friday morning.
I did not have the info for that. Okay. I did hear about it, but no one sent me any info for it. But yes, there will be a kickball tournament at the softball field on Yanceyville Street.
Yeah, across from Revolution Mill.
Across from Revolution Mill.
I think somebody, I forgot who's organizing that. That might be your boy, the guy who's the muscle guy who's doing the fitness. I think he might be organizing that.
I think Randall may be involved with that, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, you know what? He is. You're right.
Yeah,
you're exactly right. He is organizing there will be a kickball game at Revolution Mill, and that is the Revolution softball field.
Yeah. Okay.
So it will be on Yanceyville Street. And you're pretty much familiar with that. That's not too far from where the Grange Tavern is, where the pop-up shop was. So you can easily see the softball field there.
Okay. All right. So that's Saturday, and then you got the party. So we got the step show Friday night, alumni concert at the Sheraton Friday night. And then, of course, everybody's having little parties and clubs and everything. Are they still doing the World of Beer? Is that still a big day party event?
Actually, no. They have moved that party has been moved to Max Speed Shop.
Oh, okay.
This is where the 90s that is the group the 90s Aggies.
Yeah.
And Larry King that handles the promo for that. But they've got a new location because World of Beer is now closed. So that is that's actually a day event. Over at Max Speed Shop, and on Friday night, that same group will be putting on Noir, which is an all black party, and that has not sold out yet.
Oh,
so that's one of the few parties that you can still get tickets for. Do Eventbrite and search Noir, and you will find the tickets for that party. Or you can go to, believe the site is called Let's Go. That's GEAUX GHOE. So yeah, LETS GEAUX GHOE.com, and you can find that Noir party, which is an all-black event.
Okay. Oh yeah.
30 and up.
Yeah, and so if you're under the age of 40 and you're young, you're watching this podcast, still tuned in, and you're a student, don't go to no damn private parties. Don't go to any private parties off campus. Don't do it. Do not do it. I'm trying to tell you. Listen
Stay away from those house parties unless you are throwing it yourself.
Not only do that, because then you're gonna get people who you invite, and it's gonna be bad. Just make sure it's official. There's some armed security guards, police officers there. Don't go to your homeboy house. It's not worth it. This weekend, next week, I'm saying this fly straight and narrow, because we got too many terrible stories of people going off the beaten path and not working out. So that's my little warning for everybody. All right, so Friday night, we got it going on. We'll put the links in there. So let's flash forward to Saturday morning, right?
Okay, Saturday morning. Tradition, the A&T homecoming parade. Yeah. This will run through from Market to Murrow to Lindsay.
Oh, good. Okay, because last year they did a straight shot, just straight down Lindsay, and it was like they started at that bank, and it was just, and I didn't like that. I was like, come on, you gotta have a curve.
They're just gonna turn. They're just gonna make one turn. So the starting point is gonna be at pretty much the same spot. They're just gonna gather the line on. They're gonna use Murrow Boulevard to gather the line and make that turn onto Lindsay, and they're only doing that because there's construction going on the.
But I like when they come down. I like when they come down Murrow, and then they make that right, come down Lindsay, and then they, because then you can stop, and then all the high school bands perform on that corner. I don't like this a straight shot, because then you ain't. I don't know.
Old school loop from what was it? Market, Murrow,
Burger King,
Market, they did a full loop.
That was a parade. That was a hump.
That was a long parade.
Yeah. That's why, and that cuts the distance down a whole. This new route cuts the distance down a whole lot.
Well, so, I got some breaking news for you, Tyler. Some good. Well, I guess this might require the Jamaican Air Force.
The
parade will be streamed this year. I'm just seeing that the parade will be streamed.
What?
Yeah. That don't mean y'all don't need to get up, Jonathan Ford. Go on and get up and make it a parade, man. I'm gonna stream it from the tailgate, hopefully. But I
think everybody collectively to shame Jonathan Ford, because you can't be putting that negative energy out there, man. Listen, you gonna have to drink some coffee. I don't care how hard you party Friday night. You gonna have to drink some coffee and get up in that parade.
Drink your energy drink. Drink your whatever drink you want. Not to mention any brands, because they're not part of the Coke brand.
Yeah. All right, so we got we're gonna get that stream. That's big time. I hope they don't stream it. I hope they have like NBC and have people commentating. If they could get somebody for Mike to be describing, this is the Bebe Kids dance company from Ray Warren. Like they need to be announcing everybody who's performing.
That's true. That's true production value. They need to talk about some. They might be talk about some coins for that.
They are going to have commentary for that, because I'm in that parade. So
that's great, man. Yep, you do. That's right, you are. Yeah, you do have a spot there.
But they could get who's the guy, the dude who was on 106 and Park.
TJ.
They get Terry Jackson. They can get
TJ got multiple duties already.
Listen,
TJ wears about 5 or 6 hats during GHOE weekend. But his biggest hat is going to be for AT&T Dreaming Black.
Okay, I got
going to be sponsors for students.
Okay, I got a better though. This is for next year. Here's the dream lineup, right? We get Simon Ben Jenkins, and he's in the middle is going to be the Mitchell twins, and that's going to be our
might happen for real.
Listen, that's going to be our GHOE parade host group. Jenkins and the Mitchell twins for 2 hours, and they got a script on who's performing Smith High School, this that. I mean, that would be awesome. That
can happen.
We gotta make it happen.
That can happen. I think we can work on that.
Sure, we can do it this year. It's not until next week. If they already gonna stream it, all we gotta do is get some damn live mics. Hey, you talk to Darlene, I talk to Arlene. We gonna make it happen. And then
do that, man.
You find drinks, and we gonna do it, man.
Drink is not gonna be up at that
Drake gonna be on a grill somewhere.
He's gonna be getting ready for tailgate.
Drake got tailgate duties.
All right.
Okay. Continuing, guys. At the same time, of course, we mentioned streaming, and that's right on cue because the WNAA soundstage will be on that parade route. They would, like I said, it's kind of like City Stage. They're gonna have artists. They're gonna have DJs. They're going to have many of their state hosts that come on during the week. They will be on that sound stage, and that will get you ready for some football. All right.
1 o'clock.
The football game kickoff is at 1 p.m.
Yeah.
You know it is sold out. Yeah. Good luck in trying to get a ticket, as always.
Tyler, best place to park. If you come in from out of town and you got a ticket, but you don't know what's the best place that people can find a place to park at.
Okay, parking just sold out. Yes, this morning actually. You may be able to find I have two suggestions.
Okay.
You will you may be able to creep in and find a space on the Sullivan Street side of the Sullivan Street Bridge.
Way down the bridge, yeah.
Yes, Sullivan Street Bridge.
Yeah.
Or you can park and ride at the Marriott parking lot. You
downtown?
You can pay for parking and ride the shuttle. Yes.
Oh, okay.
They will have a parking. They have parking ride availability
at the. This is why we have this. That's a great. I did not know that's a great tip. You can park at the Marriott, which is you can walk from the Marriott to downtown if you had to, but they have a shuttle drop you off and you go back and get your car and go home. That's good. All right, so that's food for thought. All right, so football game.
That's probably your best bet. There may be some slots on the east side of campus, opposite of the stadium. But other than that, that's your best bet.
Hey, Troy said, "Dang, he just now at the football game." Yeah, that's how much information we've been doing about 30 minutes. That's how much information that you're talking about. Who got the best homecoming? Howard, FAMU. Man, get the hell out of here.
Come on.
We didn't talk about 40 minutes, and we ain't got to the football game yet, man. Get out of Dodge. Man, GHOE is undefeated.
GHOE's unreal, man.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't mention the football game without another event that is going on in the game zone. Yeah. It is the Turn Up the Tailgate concert. Gotcha. Put together by Quadgy Heath, A&T alum and basketball alum Quadgy Heath, and Marcus T. Johnson, who is the namesake of the track at Truist Stadium. Yeah. This concert will feature the following acts.
Okay.
The Just Once Band, very well known go-go band.
Yep.
DJ Skills, very well known HBCU DJ. And you have the following artists: Little Mo, Young Jock, former Bad Boy artist, and featured artist Jadakiss will be on stage.
Now that's big because he's had a resurgence of his career with the podcast. He's doing a podcast with Fat Joe. He goes, you'll see the clips on social media. That's big. That's like a A-list performer now. He's so much the young people know him too. He's not just for our group. So Jadakiss is a big name.
Yeah, it's probably the biggest name that he's had as far as the overall hip hop, other than Big Daddy Kane, that has performed. So it's going to do very well. I mean, there are people already calling me. They're trying to get tickets so they can see the concert.
So that's the stage. That's the stage right out. That's going to be outside of the Truist Stadium in the parking lot. And they'll be performing during the game. So if it ain't working out inside, it might be better outside. But hopefully,
the main act sets will begin at 3, so the game should be pretty over. And I see that someone is mentioning. Okay, I need to mention this as well. If you did not get a ticket to the game, there is a major alternative put on by one of my mentors, Desmond Sharp, and his wife, Shayla Stevenson Sharp. They have formed a sound company called Sharp Pursuits. Desmond is known as DJ Rewind, and what he has done is he has gotten together with several bars in downtown, and they will be hosting a watch party at multiple bars on during the downtown, and you'll be able to purchase a beverage and walk in and out through the bar. They'll be showing the game.
A pub crawl, they call those things.
Yes, it will be essentially a pub crawl. Yes,
pub crawl. Perfect.
So we will have that will be going on if you want to watch the game and be downtown. There's going to be plenty of people there. Plenty of Aggies there, so those are really good people, and I hear a whole lot about that event. So yes, you can watch the game downtown if you're not if you're not at the game, or if you are not tailgating on Laurel Street, because that has gotten super big. I mean, if you have seen the pictures. From the last couple of years of homecoming, you will see that we can bring in upwards of 80,000 people.
Okay, Aggie Nation, do me a favor, and I'm still searching for it. I got this big, beautiful wall downstairs in my home. I'm waiting for this aerial view. I want to get an aerial. I don't care if it's a drone. I don't care if you got a hot air balloon. I want an aerial photo of campus doing the tailgates on Laurel, the plots, all that for the Holland Bowl. I want to see a visual that captures that mass of humanity that's going to be there, because nothing like it. Because especially right after the game, about 4 or 5 o'clock, that thing.
Nothing like it on earth, man. You're exactly.
Nothing like it on earth. Yeah,
unbelievable.
I want to get a high resolution photo of that.
Bigger than other and people from other HBCUs have said it. Bigger than the bigger HBCUs.
The only thing I've seen comparable or maybe a little bit better was when I went to DC in what was it, 1995 for I'm not joking, for the Million Man March. That was the only time I seen that many folks in one area, the Million Man March. And I swear it ain't quite like that. That was 1 million people. But when you leave that game, you go up Laurel and you see all them folks, and then you say, okay, that's. And then when you get past the tents and you get right on the corner by the Holland Bowl and you look over that hill,
another mass of humanity.
Good night. Yeah, we got
all going on at the same time.
Yeah, all
because you got people that will be at the tailgate and never make it beyond the Holland Bowl. Never.
Yeah. Wow. And you talking about
I don't know how I've been able to do it the last 2 years. I know
1 year you didn't do it. So we got photo evidence for that.
No, actually, I made it. I just didn't make it back.
That's right. That's right. Because you're right. You were out. You're right on the stairs right out there. So you're right.
You made it.
You made it.
It's much harder to make it now, for sure, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All serious note, there's been a lot of security issues, and I know that Central and other HBCUs have made they were in the news for saying that they're going to close their campus at a certain time. Is campus for GHOE going to be officially closed on Saturday?
Campus will not be closed. What will happen is what has been happening as far as the security procedure, that will not change. Okay. The official time for your cooking that's to end will be 6:00 p.m. The security will walk around in shifts and make sure that you are not serving the food, you're cleaning up your area, and they will also urge people to move forward and away from the tailgate area. Now, around that time, there at the Holland Bowl, behind the Holland Bowl, there will be a stage, and there will be a mini concert, mini show for the generally that's for the students, but they will bring some people back. Drankins has been up there. Darren Brand has been up there. Several hosts that have gone and hosted other events around the country, they will come back. So for about a couple of hours, there will be DJs on that stage playing music for those the students until the police come in and do their sweep and clear the campus out by about 8:00.
Okay, and most times, this is not just some Rudy Poop homecoming. So everybody's got something to do that night. There's not usually a lot of folks that's lingering. Just maybe people from the area, the locals. They come on, and this is their one shining moment for GHOE. So they'll stay on the strip for a long time. But if you got tickets to the concert, or you got some black tie fair that night, then you kind of eating your food, and you can take a shower when you're dressed. So that's not really an issue for actual alums. Okay, so we got about 5 minutes more. Let's speed through this.
I want to get through. I've got one more event to get through because we've covered everything except for one event. Want to shout out to R&R Productions. They have worked together with the A&T Alumni Event Center and a couple of other promoters. They will have a official alumni reunion jam at homecoming. It's the finale celebration in partnership with R&R Productions, with the Alumni Event Center, and they're going to have a featured host, which is Ronnie DeVoe of Belle Biv DeVoe and New Edition.
Okay, dang.
Okay.
Wait, man.
I know my sister had. Oh,
so what time is that? That's Saturday night.
At 9 p.m.
9 p.m. Saturday.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's going to be at the Sheraton.
At the Sheraton. And so at the actual, so the hip hop concert is still at the Coliseum.
Hip hop concert will be at the Coliseum. Yes.
Who's the headliner? Give me a couple names.
Glorilla will be the headliner, and Party Next Door will be the second headliner.
Okay. Dougie, you getting old. That's all I'm gonna say.
Getting. Hey, we all growing up.
Party Next Door and Glorilla are the two headliners. Good Lord. Boy.
Yep. Party Next Door that's gonna be probably the fifth or sixth homecoming that he's headlined. So he's getting all the money.
Gotcha. All right. And so old folks got the concert Friday, young people got it Saturday. Then there's a bazillion parties. You have to find it on your own. You got any that you recommend? I know you got some event people that you hang out with. So I
do. I'm going to say you can search all of these people on Eventbrite.
Yeah.
If you are under 40,
okay,
the go-to promoter is Next Level Entertainment.
Next Level. Okay.
Next Level has parties literally from college age all the way up to 35 and up. You can go to their, you can do a search on Eventbrite. You can Google Next Level, which is NXLEVEL. They do more than just parties for GHOE. They have their own travel website where they take you literally around the world in various locales. During the year, they have been recognized as one of the top Black-owned travel companies in the country. So that's a go-to. Love those guys.
Okay.
My next recommendations are for the if you are 40 and up, that's the 90s Aggies era. I would recommend any of these 4 promoters for you. And again, you can search on Eventbrite for them. You can talk to R&R Productions. I already mentioned their concert after party for homecoming on Saturday at the Sheraton. You can go to LK Productions. That's Larry King. It's a former football letterman. He's done events all over the country. Maine, he's a fixture at Essence. Has a great white party. He does pretty much every urban event from Houston to DC.
They still doing white parties even after Puff got locked up. That's still in vogue.
Man, that's gone so far beyond Puff. Yeah, I mean, white party's gonna be here forever, man. Forever.
Right. Getting half price of a bottle of baby oil.
Yeah, right. So yeah, man. But you got another promoter I recommend for your your 40 and up is Quadji Heath. Quadji works together with A Party Life. They also do major events year round. They team up with Next Level for probably the most known event at GHOE, which is the GHOE Bonfire. That will be going on Saturday night at the A&T Farm. So good luck in getting the ticket to that.
Real quick, Dougie, you've been there last 2 years. For people who haven't experienced it, what is the bonfire like?
Oh man, for some it can be overwhelming. It's a lot, man. It's a lot of stimulation. A lot of folks having a good time. The fire itself is captivating, but they have everything you need, man. If you can withstand the line of the traffic getting out there, it's one way in, one way out for the most part. But it's a good time, and it's a great way to kind of wind down and end your weekend. Just sitting back by the fire, man. It's nice when it's a little chill in the air. Late fall, yeah, man, and everybody's there, man. I mean, they got, like Tyler said, the stage, the music going, beverages going. So it's cool, man. It's a good time, but I didn't make it last year. I made it the first year. Last year, man, by the time, Saturday night hits, man, I'm done. I'm done, man. I'm ready to take a nap, man.
Yeah. All right.
I'll be there this year.
So, yeah, Quadji and the A Party Life team have a bunch of events going. They're actually bringing the first Friday morning day party at 9:00. That's going to be at the Grand downtown. So yeah, Quadji was going around. He goes around the country to various events, and he saw that there are cities that are doing morning day parties. So yeah, Miami, DC, LA. So they would get you up at 9:00 in the morning and get you well lubricated by noon. So yes, they're going to try a morning day party on Friday. That's at the new spot at the Grand.
Okay, so Saturday everybody's partying. You're going to your whatever tickets you bought, and then you got the bonfire. You got stuff on Elm Street. You got downtown. You got Gate City. Everywhere, the whole city is going to be just nothing but blue and gold. All right, and then of course you got vendors to midnight to 1 a.m. in the Sheraton. So this is going to be a crazy this extravaganza. I hope everybody stay safe. Everybody just be, have your head on a swivel, because there's going to be so many folks outside of the university community who want to participate. And this is a cultural phenomenon. This is what people talk about. Is on, like, when they I saw somebody, a hip hop artist was talking about the top 5 A&T homecomings, the top 5 HBCU homecomings, and he said A&T without a doubt. And this is like one big time streamer. So Saturday's gonna be crazy. Let's finish this up real quick. Let's just get through Saturday. We woke up somehow. What happened Sunday?
I've already Sunday. I already mentioned that you got 2 events that you know that are already gonna be there, because you got Fan Fest and you got vending.
Right.
So the vending is gonna go on from 11 a.m. to 8 a.m. to noon.
Yeah.
And then the Fan Fest, which will be gospel themed, that'll be 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And if you're sticking around, you're not leaving, there is Kwaji Heath and A Party Life will have the GHOE finale at Boston's House of Jazz.
How is that possible?
Right down the street from
who could participate in another party after all we just named? Like, how do you even have the energy to do that?
I don't know, but I pulled it off last year somehow. But even then, and here's the thing, they are partying from noon to midnight
on Sunday.
On Sunday,
they
take Sunday. That is taking Sunday Fun Day to the max. Mind you, you got some people that will get up and brunch.
Man,
good Lord. So Monday after GHOE needs to be if it's not federal, it needs to be a North Carolina state holiday.
It does.
And Craig, your boy Josh Stein, the only reason he became governor is because he came to GHOE that year. He came. So we were the reason why he became governor. So he needs to.
That's 100,000 votes.
Yeah,
that was 100,000 votes.
That was 100,000 votes.
100,000 votes.
Hey, so we need to talk to him. I'm going to call Missy. I know
now,
Missy got the right line.
Now, quiet as cat, Josh and I worked at the same firm in different offices, so I got a chance to talk to him a couple of times.
All right, we'll call him and tell him we need Monday off.
He knows.
Stay holiday on Monday. After
he knows.
All right.
We can get Kim Gatlin to talk to him.
Bringing the big guns. All right, so look, we got to get out of here because it's been almost 2 hours. That's a lot. That's incredible. Gospel concert. What time was gospel concert?
Gospel concert will be at 8 o'clock on
8 o'clock. At the Coliseum.
At the Coliseum, yes.
Yeah,
featuring Fred Hammond, several All-Stars. They the Detroit All-Stars. That's what it is.
Okay. What about Mighty Clouds of Joy? Is Mighty Clouds of Joy still performing?
I have not heard from Mighty Clouds of Joy in about 15 years.
Mighty Clouds
but they passed the torch. But it's going to be all the Detroit greats this year are going to be at the gospel show. We know Fred Hammond.
One thing about people from Detroit, especially older individuals, they can wear some mean suits. So I want to see what those gospel singers from Detroit are wearing on stage, because I can only imagine it's gonna be colorful and charismatic. All right, so let's go. So guys, we gotta get out of here. This is an incredible night. So anything else, Tyler, before we send everybody home? Anything else about GHOE that they need to know?
Oh, that gospel concert is gonna be at 6 o'clock. Just want to make sure I got that okay. Right. And there are still tickets available, and that is at Ticketmaster.
Ticketmaster.
I'm sorry. Another correction. I'm gonna get this all the way right. The homecoming gospel show will be at the Tanger Center downtown. It will be at the Tanger, and there are still tickets available.
I might have to do that for the wifey. That might be because we never been to Tanger.
Yeah.
All right. Tyler, we're gonna have to get you your own website for this, man. You need a website.
That actually it's in the works, but I got something else too. Tune in to the IG website, GHOE Mobile. That's GHOE MOBILE.
Oh.
That is an app that covers GHOE events.
GHOE
Go
Mobile.
to it now. Log on. You got the IG. You got the app, which is GHOE Mobile, and the IG website, which is GHOE Mobile as well. Go to it.
Okay, that's dope. All right, so look, we gotta get out here. There's probably some stuff that we mixed, but we'll put it in the description. We'll put it on blue.valley.com, and we'll be talking about it all next week. But Tyler, before we get off, I want to give you your flowers because every time I see you, my spirit, it raises because you have this rare ability to just make people happy, man. You are a wonderful person. You make GHOE what it is because your excitement is so palpable. Like you cannot be super excited for GHOE after listening to that, man. That's perfect.
Man.
So
man, I literally learned how to walk in the Corbett Sports Center. I tell people this all the time.
Yeah.
I learned how to walk on the Corbett Sports Center floor.
Right. So if you see Tyler Ball, if you're watching this show and you see Tyler Ball out and this dude reaches for his wallet, I don't be mad at you, right? So everybody knows Tyler ain't paying for nothing for all next week. So that's the mandate from the entire Aggie Nation. Y'all see Tyler Ball out there. Y'all get him whatever he needs because this guy, he loves A&T more than anybody I know. He works for A&T right now. He's been volunteering for A&T when I first met him in the sports information office. You will be in the A&T Hall of Fame, the Mount Rushmores of true Aggies when it's all said and done. But you're still here. We love you. Every year you come on and knock it out the box. This has been probably the best one. But listen, so Tyler, how can folks, they become a fan of you and your energy? How can they keep up with you outside this little appearance? How can they know what Tyler's doing all the time?
Okay. IG Ball One Time. That's the BALL number 1 TIME. Facebook, Tyler Ball. Twitter, TABALL number 1. Those are my 3 main platforms.
Okay. And the question, so A&T Roy asked, will Tyler break out the pink suit for GHOE? But I'm assuming that was last year, 2 years ago. You got probably something new and better this year, right?
I do. And actually, I will be at the Thursday night at the Next Level Gala. It's a suit in a color I have never worn before.
Don't tell us.
I won't be telling y'all, but you will see it in pictures.
My man. All right, so we gotta get out. It's been 2 hours, guys. But Dougie, anything you need to know? They need to know from you.
Man, Tyler Ball covered it all.
Yes,
Tyler Ball covered it all. But what he didn't cover, man, we might sprinkle in on the back end of the show next week. So
yeah, we do that. We'll do that. Everything good at Andrews, man. We still winning games.
Everything's good, man. Open date, man. Wish it was next week, but we got the open game this week. So
okay.
Oh, that just means you get the rest. This is where you get the rest front end.
Good deal. All right, and Craig, anything AAF? I know we got a bus trip to William & Mary on this week.
Got the bus trip to William & Mary. Then Tuesday night, again the AAF Greensboro chapter Mitzer, George K. Start from 6 to 10. Get your tickets. If you need more information, give me a call. And you can reach us at 336-509-2223.
Okay. And then next week, we got the big show with Mr. Willie Dees. He's going to talk some dollars and cents. Everybody have to put their money where their pride is, right? So we're going to talk about this giving campaign, and we're going to talk some nuts and bolts on how we're going to get to the next level as athletic department. So Willie Dees is going to be a special guest next week. But for Doug Brown, AD Fresh, Mr. GHOE, Tyler Ball, of course, the mayor, Craig Turner, I am Samaj Marsh. It's been a great, fun-filled, fact-filled episode of Inside the Valley, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.
Aggie Pride.